Hi guys, I'm Sharon and this is Life with the Tribe. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today I just wanted to share with you two small book hauls that I've recently completed. The first one was with ThriftBooks.com. I absolutely love ThriftBooks.com. They have a huge selection of books at great prices. I typically pick up used books from them, and I've not been disappointed in the condition of the books. They are always good or very good condition. They often arrive and are like new when they get here. So just great resource. If you have not heard of them, I will leave a link down below so that you can go to ThriftBooks and check them out. The first book that I got with this order of ThriftBooks.com was Elements of Style. This is recommended in Amazon online for high school levels, I believe. I am utilizing part of year 9 of Amazon online with 2 of my high schoolers this year. They are currently going through a different grammar resource right now. When they are finished with that resource, we may be using the Elements of Style. I wanted to go ahead and pick it up so that I could go through it and decide the best way for us to use it, whether I just wanted to have it on the shelf as a resource or if we would actually kind of informally work through the book. So I'm not sure yet how it will be used, but I wanted to go ahead and have it on hand. The next book that I have is the complete book of the Microscope. And it is internet linked so that you can pull additional resources online. I have this, 2 of my students are currently going through a science curriculum that recommends having a microscope, but right now we don't have a microscope. I didn't want not having a microscope keep us from doing this curriculum. It does recommend or suggest that if you don't have a microscope, this is a good option. I checked out on ThriftBooks.com and they had it. It was like under $4, so it was perfect way to kind of get us through until I have a microscope. And it has great, I don't know if you can see that, great pictures in here. Some information, of course, on the pages. It gives you what you would actually see if you were looking through the microscope. I haven't checked out any of the internet linked resources yet, but this was under $4, so a great option until I can have a microscope on hand. So that was super good. The next 2 books that I got from ThriftBooks was Getting Started with Latin and Getting Started with Spanish. I actually already own Getting Started with French. My daughter used it a year or 2 ago, I believe. So I was already familiar with the Getting Started series. It's very simple, straightforward. Kind of open the book and get started. They have, you can go to a website, their website online, and you can get the audio files so you can actually hear the correct pronunciation, which is super helpful. It also works for a wide age range. So right now, this is just going to work well kind of as a introductory to Latin and Spanish. I am researching other options, but for now I think these are really great. The lessons are simple and straightforward. They give you a word, the meaning of the word, and you have some exercises. The answers are provided in the back of the book. On buying these new, like from Amazon, you're looking at about $20 or so per book. One of these at ThriftBooks was $9. One of these was $11. The binding, the spine isn't even creased. So these are like new. So I will be utilizing those with several of my children, and eventually we'll probably move into a little bit more formal language study, but for now, this is going to serve us well, I think. There was one more book in my ThriftBooks order, but it's a gift, so I can't show it to you right now. So yeah, but if you go to ThriftBooks, if you use them, for every $50 that you spend, you earn $5 off another order, which is super helpful. As long as your order is $10, you get free shipping. Their shipping is not Amazon 2-day shipping, but usually I have my books and I have them here in under a week. I think they have different warehouses, so it all depends on where the books are coming from. But I can wait a week for a book, so it definitely pays off for us. So thriftbooks.com, again, I will link it below, so if you want to go and just look up some books you've been looking for and see if they have them, you can check that out. My second small little book haul was with Amazon. So here we go. I have the Story of the 13 Colonies. I need this for history. You actually can read this online for free. You can, I think the Kindle version is, if it's not free, you can get it for like 99 cents or $1.99. You might even be able to go like to LibriVox and listen to the audio for free. I am not sure on that. I actually have the Kindle version of this book, but I do not prefer to read on an e-reader. I really don't enjoy it at all. And I also, so I prefer books, and I prefer that my younger children have the actual book. So I went ahead and picked this up. The only thing is that the font, the text, is super small. So I'm not sure if my 4th grader will have any issues with reading it on her own. I have no problem reading it aloud, so that's all good. But I did decide that I really wanted to just have a hard copy of this because I do not enjoy reading on an e-reader. Maybe that's an age thing. I don't know. Maybe I just dated myself by saying I don't enjoy it. The next one is the Plutarch Primer by Anne White. Now you can actually go to Ambleside Online. If I'm not mistaken, you can get what's in this book at Ambleside Online for free. I have been wanting to implement Plutarch for some time, and I just keep putting it off and not getting it done. I decided that I would just buy this, and that I would hopefully, this would be an encouragement to just get started and get it done. That's my plan. So in a month, come back, ask me if I've actually opened it. I will probably do the first lesson or two on my own before I introduce it to the children so that I have a clue about what I'm doing and what I'm talking about beforehand. A little teacher prep there. So hopefully having this book in hand will get the job done. The next thing that I have is the First Reader with Free and Treadwell. That's how I would say it, Treadwell. I have the primer of this reading series, and my son enjoyed it immensely. So I decided I would go ahead and pick up this one for him. He has finished his phonics book, so we're going to be reading this during his reading time. I typically use a different set of graded readers as my children finish up their phonics instruction and kind of transition in, but I needed a change for my sanity, and so this has been a really great fit for my son. So this one is a mixture of stories, nursery rhymes, and I think there's even a play in here. So so it'll be kind of giving him a nice mix of different kinds of literature in here for his reading time, his reading lessons. So I look forward to using this. He was excited when he saw it in the Amazon package, so that's always a good thing. I also got The Last Archer, which is a Green Ember story. We're really enjoying the Green Ember stories about Heather and Pickett and Smalls and all those. We enjoyed the Black Star of Kingston, which was a Green Ember story. Kind of the Black Star of Kingston and The Last Archer are kind of spin-offs from the Green Ember books. So my kids were super excited to see this come out of the box. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up Ember Rising, the third book in the Green Ember series, in a few weeks. But for now, we're going to be reading The Last Archer. So it should be a quick read. It's not a huge book, so it should be a super quick read. I will probably have to hide it or someone's going to swipe it from me. In my February Reads video, I mentioned that I had read On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness by Andrew Peterson, and I mentioned that I was going to buy the second book. And so I did. North or Be Eaten is the second of the Wingfeather Saga books by Andrew Peterson. Again, my older children have already read through the series. I never did. I decided that I really wanted to read them, and I thought it would be a good idea to just make them a read aloud, because that encourages me to get it done, because the kids will be like, can we read this? Can we read this? One more chapter? Can we read? So it makes sure that I get it done. I enjoyed the first book a whole lot and decided I just wanted to buy them and own them, so I am purchasing them one at a time and slowly adding them to our books here at home. So I am really looking forward to this one, hoping we can start it tonight. And then the last book in my book haul from Amazon is Nature Anatomy by Julia Rotham. My library actually has the Food Anatomy one of her books and has none of the others. We really enjoyed the Food Anatomy, just sitting down, flipping through it, kind of sharing little tidbits with each other. So I knew that I really wanted to own this series. When it came to making a choice on which one to buy first, I went with the Nature Anatomy because we could use it for nature study. We could use it for when we wanted to do some sketching, to just quickly look up a variety of things. It's just engaging and interesting to the children. So you can see some of the pages here. I've enjoyed it this afternoon, just kind of flipping through it a little bit. So I think it's just going to be a really helpful resource to add to our nature study time, and I have to decide which one I want next, the Food Anatomy or the Farm Anatomy. I don't know, but definitely have them on my wish list. So those were my super small book hauls from ThriftBooks.com and Amazon.com. I will link the books below that I purchased down below if you were interested in any of these books and wanted to learn some more about them. They will be linked below. I'll make sure to put a link to ThriftBooks down below as well. If you have recently done a book haul, I would love to hear about what you had in your book haul. If you are familiar with Plutarch, feel free to share some tips down below. That would be great. And again, if you have a recommendation for a budget-friendly microscope, comment down below on that as well. That would be super helpful for me as I am trying to figure out how to make that work for the budget. So you guys make it a great day. Grab your little stash of chocolate, grab a good book, go sit outside in the sunshine, and just enjoy 15 minutes of reading and chocolate, because I am sure going to try to do the same. So catch you guys later.